Wait a minute. So Ruse, excuse me. Ruse is playing Inkling. And Seth looks like he's gone back to Palutena. Because 2 weeks ago, he was telling me that I asked him, did he drop Palutena? He said no, he didn't drop Palutena. He just wanted to, he thought he had this spot on PR secured, so he wanted to just go characters that he wanted to play. And Roy being that character. But it seems like he has made that switch back to Palutena as he wants to put himself back in that PR spot.
It's definitely understandable. Palutena, I think everyone can agree she's at least top 10.
Oh, definitely. She's definitely one of the best characters in this game, by far.
She's just got an amazing air game, obviously. And
yep, and then Nair kind of invalidates some people.
Yeah, and it kills, actually, which is sort of strange, I think. We're at pretty even percents here between the two. They're just kind of looking to attack on some damage.
Yeah, so you see a lot of back and forth going on here. You see that back air kind of set up for a jab while Rune's going for it, but not going to connect because Seth makes the tag.
Trying to get that stage.
Yeah, a lot of offstage happening as of right now. Inkling able to go really deep because of the good recovery.
I think that's something we're going to see a lot of, is just trying to challenge each other offstage, because both of these characters have a really good offstage game, actually.
Yeah. You might see Seth, not a fan of going off stage as seen as, because he probably used to play Falcon, so maybe it's kind of like the mindset kind of carries over. Don't go off stage because you know you might die for it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being a factor in it.
Like you see when you see, that up smash almost gonna kick, but not good enough. See, as you see him do explosive flame, you're probably gonna see Seth go for a lot of explosive flame off stage instead of going off there himself with like a nair, maybe forward air or something. Yeah, you're definitely gonna see him put explosive flame at the ledge and then maybe cover with an up smash.
I can see that being a good option there. And but the thing about that is, I think, is he just kind of gets there for free, and then you have to try and time it.
Right.
Going for that roll read there.
And right there, you see Seth kind of let him come back on the stage, because when you don't have an air dodge anymore, that's kind of your cue to go in and say, hey, he doesn't have an air dodge anymore, so I could put my hitbox here and you walk into it. But then that didn't even matter, because you know he's gonna roll into stage and recover that with the back end.
So he's at that 170. It's Palutena. He's gonna die to most moves here. Not air though.
And then back here gonna do it at the ledge as well. Seth, excuse me, not gonna be able to put on any extra percent there, so it's an even game. And I was gonna say, are we gonna see an early stop?
That would be really unfortunate.
And here we go. And now you're gonna see a lot of Inkling combos do a lot more damage because of that ink. That splat lane being a really good useful tool that not a lot of Inklings use. I see.
I've noticed that it's mostly jab instead of splat lane.
Yeah.
But they're effectively the same move, except Splatling has a little more range
and Splatter Shot definitely keeps them from hitting you. Like you can just hold it there and they can't walk into it because it actually has a pushback box. Missed the dare.
They're just kind of poking at each other off stage still.
I feel like if he would have reflected there, that would have worked out, and like it'd hit him because it kind of did explode on top of him.
Yeah.
You see, it's just like shield those instead of
trying to.
He's out of ink, and he didn't get the punish on it. He didn't hear the clicking fast enough.
He was able to just hit him away a little bit, get his ink back though. Luckily, something I've noticed throughout this game is that Runes likes to stay on ledge a little longer than a lot of people.
And I think that's just his DK nature going into play there, because like when he plays DK, he plays mostly center stage, but when he starts playing to the ledge, you know, he's looking for that grab into cargo carry off the stage. But you're gonna see up throw, up air, the booyah coming through, taking that stock, and Seth's on the last stock situation, and you're just gonna walk into all of that ink, and now you're in trouble, because if he gets a grab, I think it takes what 14 seconds for all of that to wear off. So I think if you see a grab, you're gonna see a lot of percent come out here. But Seth not gonna let it happen.
He's keeping him away.
Yeah, keeping him away just enough. Yeah, just enough. Let that ink come off.
And looks like it's all gone finally. So for the moment, he can rest easy a little bit. He still needs to take the stock.
Yeah, Rune, and you know, Rune's gonna do whatever in his power that he can't make that. Won't let that happen. Waste another, not necessarily waste, but uses the air dodge, falls back down, gets back to the stage, and now you see Rune's kind of just making his space.
He's poking really well.
Yeah, he's poking you with back airs just to make sure, like, if you're gonna take my stock, I'm gonna make you earn it, and I'm also gonna put on as much damage as I possibly can.
He's tacked on half of a stock.
Yeah, and you know, if you're Seth here, I don't know. So since if you're a viewer, you're probably thinking like, you know what? Seth is probably thinking, what are we doing for game 2? Where are we going for game 2? Honestly, he's probably just thinking about a counter pick. Because as the game goes further on, you just see this looking more and more undoable for him. This is just kind of looking like, you know, yeah, that's it. And that's it. You're gonna see 2 stock coming out from Runes there.
Excellent stage spike from the back air.
Yeah. You know, I forgot to say this, and I haven't seen this man with his hair cut in a while, but Seth cut his hair. That finally, I don't know how long he's had his haircut, but that just clicked in my head that he got a haircut.
So there you go.
I'm just used to seeing him with the really long hair, you know?
I can see that, yeah.
It's kind of like if Runes just went left tomorrow and cut his hair and came back on Thursday at the Smashville Weekly with short hair. I just look at him like he's crazy because I'm like, man, I've known these people for like 4 or 5 years just because of this game.
Starting game 2, going up
running it back. You know, I don't doubt. I'm not gonna fault Steph. I'm not gonna fault Steph for running it back here because you know most of the time when you run it back, you're just like, yeah, run it back. I can get it here. I'm confident in my ability to keep it on the stage. It was nothing that I wasn't doing that could stop me from winning the game.
I don't think it was the stage last game. I think he just kind of lost his momentum and then didn't regain it.
Yeah, and you know, Rune's a very momentum player himself. He probably just took the momentum he had and ran with it.
Just poking each other on platforms again. This seems to be the general theme for this this set.
Yeah, and I feel like if Seth wants to capitalize on stuff, he could go off stage more instead of, you know, poking with, like, he can use Nair off stage. Like, that is such a good tool to do, but he won't do it.
Well, especially against Inkling, who has his up B does not have a hitbox on it, really.
Yeah, and it's definitely like kind of a linear recovery in a sense, because you know you got to go in a specific direction.
Yeah.
So, you know, dropping down with that Nair maybe isn't the worst idea in the world. Because, you know, you can get the down tilt to fair, but that's not going to kill as much as Nair would off the stage, you know?
Yeah, it'd be good, especially be good now because he hasn't done it at all, and it would be a good mix-up.
But the dash attack out of the roll is definitely going to seal out the stock, and now you have kind of a decent lead here, 96%. And if you can't get a stock to come off, you know, make some damage come out of it. Because the last time we had this happen, he didn't get any damage out of it. But now
he's gotten a little bit.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit more. Yeah, he definitely wants more out of this, but he's not gonna get it. 14% sitting on Runes here, and just Nair's coming out from Seth, because that is a good combo starter and a good move in general. Like, you just want to see. Oh no, missed the back air. He probably wanted the back air, but got forward instead though. Probably messed up a attack cancel maybe.
Definitely was not what he wanted to do though.
Yep.
No matter what it came out as.
And now you see Runes taking the lead once again in this game. And let's see if he can run with it.
Definitely seeing that it looks a little more equal this game. Or even more maybe in Seth's favor for the most part. Because it seems like he's living to insane percents usually.
Right.
He was, what, 150 the one stock last match?
Oh,
that's it. Oh,
no, he missed up the roll cancel because you know you have to come out of that Inkling to actually do anything about it.
He was able to get out of that, which is really good for him.
That explosive flame just catching him at the very last possible second. And, you know, you're gonna see probably back throw come out of here, yeah, just to get the stage positioning. And a bear gonna seal out the stock off the ledge.
But he was at like 170 something again.
Yeah.
Living to these insane percents, and I think that might enable him to do really well this last stock if he can take a Rune stock.
Another dash attack coming out, and the up air actually gonna be able to take it.
Even percent, even last stock.
You know, last stock game. SF, you want to just nickel and dime your opponent here.
Yeah.
Take your hits where you can get them. Don't overextend. Play patient.
especially when he keeps on tacking on these little bits of ink and actually doing just that extra damage, which is not helping it, or that's the case at all.
And you see, that's exactly what Seth is doing right now. He's playing for the win here. So he's taking his hits where he can get him, not trying to push anything that he knows he won't get punished for.
Well, that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to get sent to losers from this. He wants to take runes out here.
You know, I can't say this is like boring gameplay because like the movement is super crisp. It's just no one's getting hit.
No,
like,
yeah,
that's exactly what that is.
It's not they're doing poorly. They're
right.
It's just
the two players are really good, so neither of them are getting hit a lot, and which is something you like to see a lot. It's just not a slobber knocker. It's just, oh no.
I do think
and he doesn't have a jump.
I do think fast gameplay and good gameplay isn't mutually exclusive.
Right.
Rune's in a bad position here. That was when I would think that Seth should have absolutely gone off stage with an air for the mix-up for the first time in the set to try and make sure he doesn't lose this set.
Right. And he's gonna get the back air? No, gonna go for another F smash. And you know, if you're Seth, you're probably not looking at the ink bar right now, but he doesn't have a lot of it left. So, you know, if you just keep the pressure on, he might be able to.
Oh, that is
the explosive flame gonna do it though.
Got
and that's probably why you don't see him going off stage. He probably hits that a lot.
He's saving it for game 3. That makes up.
So, if I can read lips correctly, he banned Lilat Town, and I didn't hear the second one. I want to say it was a Yoshi stage. But they're just gonna, you know, all 3 games.
You got a full set here.
Full set on Pokemon Stadium 2. Is he gonna go DK? No, he's going full Inkling. He's going full on Inkling.
I don't think he needs to switch to DK really. He was doing really well against his Palutena with Inkling. He was doing well enough that he won game 1, and it was the last hit on game 2. Hoping to see another last hit, last stock situation in this game because that's just exciting.
You know, yeah. For a viewer, it's exciting. For the players, you definitely don't want to see that. You want to see, you know, confident
domination.
Like domination. Yeah, you want to absolutely dominate your opponent and blow him out on the water, and that is where you wanted to go off stage with the Nair, maybe, possibly. But you know, as much as we talk about SETHsational not being able to go off stage, you see Inkling just actually doing that a lot. And you saw game 2, he almost took the stock, that last stock with just fairs at the ledge, catching the recovery. And you know, Rune's kicking a lot of mileage out of that splat lane.
Seth keeps on getting hit by it is the thing about it. And something I've noticed also that he's doing to actually not get hit, not get inked is he's been explosive flaming like all of these splat bombs.
And that's it.
Oh, that no, Palutena got way too much air movement.
And up throw, up air, definitely.
Yep.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent DI coming out from SETHsational there. Not gonna dodge the booyah, but now being able to hold on that stock, maybe get the bear here.
That roll.
No bear. But it's gonna get the up air. Not gonna get anything off of it though. And that splat bomb actually covered his the down throw. Honestly,
it was good patience by Seth though.
Yeah, not rushing into it, getting hit by that splat bomb, but missing the ledge there on the teleport.
We got teleport recoveries around here.
Yeah. And losing that stock, definitely not the way you wanted to, but you know, if you could, wow, I was gonna say if you could find that stock really well,
that would have been crazy.
Yeah, that would have been crazy if the Darren connected and he took the stock with him. That'd have been a solid trade because now you take 100% for 23%. That's a trade you want. That's a trade you're willing to take. A whole stock for 120% of yours. That's fine.
His stock was over.
Right, his stock was over, but now I'm on a fresh. We're both fresh, but I'm up one. So like, that's definitely a trade you wanted to take. But not gonna be able to connect it there and lose your stock for it. Now it's even game, and Seth is in the lead.
It is still pretty close in percent though, and I think that with a few more interactions, it's still gonna be pretty close.
Right.
Neither of these players are running away with the lead ever. Even though Runes had tried to with that last stock.
Oh, and here we go. Oh no, no jab or no jab block. Just run up and full-on rapid jab there.
I feel like at this percentage, he kind of just wants that ink right now.
Yeah, but
he couldn't. I don't think he could have killed with it, so he just wants.
Yeah. Well, up there, gonna get the kill, and now you're sitting at 72% as Runes. Going into that next stock. What do you think Seth's thinking? Like, I don't know if he wants to rush any, try to rush kill confirm.
I think he needs to still play a little patient here because, ooh.
Connecting with the up smash, caught the jump. That probably covered every option he had out there. Because that was a pretty big up smash. It'll cover the roll, it'll cover the jump. You know, that was just a great option coming out from Seth there, just the up smash.
He's still got a little way to go though. He needs to get some damage on him, on runes, and then just find a way to kill. He hasn't been killing as frequently and as consistently as runes has, and that's got to be scary for him.
Yeah, he pulls out the reflector. Didn't show it game 1 or game 2, but pulls it out in game 3 and punishes that missed jab with an up smash. And now you're watching an even game again. You know, back and forth. And it's gonna come down to the last. Oh!
That is more damage than he'd like to take
right
there. Oh,
no.
see?
Oh!
That is not the way you want to go out there. Yeah. Good set from both players, though, still. Seth kept it close, even though